What's up, folks? You are tuned into the Failing Frequency. I am Ethan.
I'm Mike.
And we like talking about Star Trek.
We do indeed. And what track are we talking about this week?
We're talking about the ghost of a friend. That was revealed in Vegas. And then we're talking about this week's episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Alien 3.
Yeah. Hegemony.
Hegemony.
Yeah.
Hegemony.
Hegemony.
Yeah, mate. Get the money out of those hedges.
Yeah. But before we talk about Trek, how you doing this week, Ethan?
I'm good. Look at my hair. It's different again.
It is. It's the gradually changing colour. It's looking a bit ginger on top there.
Well, we tried to dye it back brown. But that didn't happen, as you can see.
No.
But it's fun. I'm down with it. We went to the National Video Game Museum for my partner's kid's birthday the other day in Sheffield. Shout out to the NVM.
Whoop whoop. And did you destroy them at Mario Kart or whatever was on?
I've never been good at racing games. I did all right at Time Crisis.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nailed
Two?
Time Crisis.
Time Crisis 2?
No, just the original one. So it was a bit janky, but smashed it. Had a go at Duck Hunt, which I've never actually had a go on, which was fun. God, video games are so good now.
Yeah, yeah.
They're so good now. Could not wrap my head around the Street Fighter arcade game that they had in there. And discovered a fun one that was like a cowboy game. I can't remember what it's called now, but it was fun and it was a bit rude.
Did you die of dysentery? What's that one that you died of dysentery?
I got trampled by a herd of horses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah. But it was fun because like we kept it a secret from the kid. But like we kept it a secret as to where we were going, but he knew we were going somewhere, so we just kept telling him that we were going to the poop factory. We go to the Sheffield poop factory, and he was like, I know we're not actually going to a poop factory. And we were like, how do you know?
Because I am the poop factory.
Yeah, it was just like, because I am the poop factory.
Yeah.
I guess the real poop factory was inside us all along.
It's the message to take from childhood. Yeah.
So yeah, good times had by all. What about yourself, man?
Yeah, I've been up to absolutely fuck all. I finished. I was doing some DIY at home, and then I got all that sorted, and then a tree fell down in the back garden. So now my weekend went from actually relaxing and having everything done to having to saw up a tree. So that's going to be lots of fun.
Like how fallen down are we talking?
Well, it was two branches that are like that wide have fallen like towards the block of flats that I'm in. And at the moment they're holding on by a thread to the bottom of the trunk. So or to the trunk. So if I don't get rid of them, they'll just fall into the building, which will be fun. And then that would be something else for me to fix. So I want to try and do them before that happens. So
gotta get some rope.
Yep, to hang my fucking self with so I don't have to do any more work.
No, don't hang yourself. That tree probably won't do the trick.
No, it'll only bloody break and make another branch I have to cut up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, bloody bastard. But yeah, that's it for me this week. It's a simple one, I suppose. So should we move on? It seems very quickly and start talking about Trek and the news of the week.
Yes. So news of the week. I mean, we're gonna keep it light because we want to get onto the episode. So we've picked out the important thing, the thing that people are actually talking about from the week, and that is that during the 57-year mission convention in Las Vegas, a cheeky little sneak preview into the potential second season of Star Trek Prodigy was unveiled by co-creators and executive producers Dan and Kevin Hegemony. We got a little teaser of the first episode of season 2 of Star Trek Prodigy.
A whole 4 minutes, really?
Yeah, a whole 4 minutes, man. We saw the kids, the prodigies, talking, getting ready, meeting up. Looks like they haven't seen each other in a little while. They're all wearing stupid outfits. I don't like the uniforms.
I was saying on the group, I think it might be, do you remember Red Squad from DS9? And was it Red Squad in TNG as well that Wesley was part of? Or was that a different flying group? But because it's like a red, and it looks like an eagle to me, but maybe I'm seeing things like an eagle's head here.
It does look like an eagle.
Wings.
Kind of looks like the outline of a Captain America costume, the new guy.
Yeah.
Of an Anthony Mackie Captain America.
Yeah. So I'm predicting that they're a Red Squad of now.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, they're meeting up. They haven't seen each other in a little while. They're getting ready to go on a secret mission with Janeway. And who arrives to escort them but the Doctor?
The Doctor. Robert Picardo himself.
Mate, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
man.
Cool.
How cool was it? How cool was it? Out of 10.
Like a proper 9.5 out of 10 to see Robert Picardo again, even if it's cartoon Robert Picardo. It makes sense for him to take the form of animation, considering he doesn't have to age the Doctor. So if he wants to stay young forever, he can be animated.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and still got the portable emitter and all that. So yeah,
still the only one with it, apparently.
Yeah.
Still
Surprised.
wearing it externally, where it is free for the whole world to see, free where it can be knocked off potentially if he brushes up against a cabinet.
Yeah. Or other envious holograms, which seem to happen every 5 episodes in Voyager, go I'll steal this from the Doctor. When he should be using it like a light bee from Red Dwarf, really. Just inside.
Inside, in his chest. You throw the ball up and it...
Yep.
Yeah. And then we got to... And then he takes them up and we got to see the Voyager A.
Yeah.
That's a nice looking ship.
Yeah, it's a good looking ship. We didn't get the best of looks of it, really, because it's still in space dock.
Yeah, we looked at it. Yeah, we saw it from under.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we kind of know it's not going to last a very long time. Because in Picard season 3, they're unveiling the Voyager B. And that's set, 15, less than 20 years in the future. So, you.
Yeah. Yeah, shit, yeah. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens. I hope it doesn't get trapped in the future.
Yeah.
Or something. But it looks good. It's got the Sovereign class style nacelles. I like that. That was nice.
Yeah. And it's still very Voyager, the saucer and how that connects to the main body, the secondary hull. Where it's connected. There's no delineation at all. Like a whale shape, I always thought it was. Yeah. A bit more boxy, a bit more like Enterprise J, Titan sort of stuff. But yeah.
That's modern design. We don't like boxy that much anymore.
Yeah.
We don't like boxy. I mean, we do kind of like boxy. We don't like smooth so much anymore. We like a bit of chonk. Like a little bit of chonk, But it's weird. It's weird, isn't it, that we're getting clips of a show that has been cancelled?
Well, this season they're still...
Or has it?
making it. And
Yep.
they said in the article, in fact, that don't think it's going to be coming to Paramount
No.
still, which I'm still half and half on. I think they might retreat from that, considering they'll have so little content next year. So
Yeah.
they might need to pull out something from their arse.
Well, they have received additional funding. And the Hagemans themselves said, studios don't give you money if they don't think that you're gonna if they don't think they're gonna showcase the product. They are still shopping it around, but there is a chance. There is a cat's chance in hell that it might actually return back to Paramount Plus, because Paramount have said that they are investing more in their what's the word I've got?
Call it
What's the word I've got here?
Super franchises or
Super franchises or some stupid nonsense. Basically, they're wanting to focus on the stuff that people like. I was reading an article. It's weird that it's
fucking amazing
crazy.
From them. Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Maybe we should make things that people watch rather than things that people don't watch. Wow.
They're looking to basically I was reading an article where they were talking about like how they can look at their data and they can see that a user has watched 4 hours, between 4 and 5 hours of stuff on Paramount Plus a month, and has then unsubscribed. And they are looking at those as mild successes. Because that person has watched 4 or 5 hours of the same thing. So they're like, okay.
Woo!
So that person likes that one.
Yeah.
Maybe we do more of that. Paramount Global, amidst challenges in the streaming market, has experienced a loss in the second quarter with shrinking streaming losses and 71 million subscribers. Yeesh.
Yeah. It makes me feel bad that last bit you were saying where they're actively monitoring the subscribers, like what they're watching. For reasons such as this show, I do have Paramount Plus and watch stuff on it. I've been shotgunning a lot of Yellowstone. So I'm on their stats as a Yellowstone lover, if nothing else. And Yellow Jackets, just stuff with yellow in it. But I haven't been watching
Star Trek has yellow in it.
It does, but not in the title. And I haven't been watching Star Trek on Paramount Plus because it releases the wrong day. So I should probably go back and rewatch them when they do go on Paramount Plus, just to show I have enthusiasm.
Yep. Just have it on in the background, I guess.
Yeah.
Bob Bakish has emphasized the importance of franchises, revealing a shift in content investment strategy to efficiently serve key audience segments. Changes in Paramount Plus's content included ending Star Trek Discovery and licensing Star Trek Prodigy to a third party. But Paramount Plus has ongoing plans for Star Trek, including Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks, Starfleet Academy, and a Section 31 movie. Potentially rethinking their strategy with Prodigy. It was probably a good idea, since it was a popular show, and no one gives a fuck about Section 31, especially Michelle Yeoh. And I suppose now that they aren't actually making anything, it's probably just a bunch of studio bigwigs, people like Naveen Chopra and Bob Bakish, to just sit around in a boardroom and going, well, if we can't make anything, if we were going to make anything, what would we make?
Yeah. Because so far, at the moment, there's only one thing of Trek coming next year, I think. And that's Discovery. So there's going to be no Lower Decks Season 5. There's going to be no Strange New Worlds. And and the writing, they were both in pre-production, but they're not going to be ready even if the strike stopped tomorrow, really, other
Well,
than maybe very late next year.
Discovery is in post pre-production because of a second round of reshoots, so that they could do stuff to wrap the season up, to wrap the show up rather, because they last minute decided it was going to be the final season. So yeah, who knows?
Oh well,
just a bunch of studio bigwigs who don't know what they're doing, running around like a blue-arsed fly in panic mode, by the sounds of it.
Yep. Why change the habit of a lifetime?
Yeah, it is funny because it is like you say, it's a lot of old dudes having to sort of get to grips with the fact that streaming is the thing now. Like, why release Star Trek the same day that we were in the rest of the world as we do in the United States? We've never done that before. Why start doing it now? Streaming isn't the same as TV. Why do we have to pay people the same?
Yeah.
You want me to pay you the same? You want me to pay you the same as I pay a prestige TV writer? You make a web series.
Yep. So after Strange New Worlds is done, presumably Lower Decks is still on Amazon for us, and I can quit out for a while. And the only way they'll get me back without new Trek is remastering old Trek. So you've got two options, Backish.
Yeah,
do something.
Bob Backish. Robert Robackish.
Yeah.
Get it done. They've just they've just done a HD remaster of A Stitch in Time. The book is so high def you can hear it.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
Still need to download it.
Yeah, I've got the files. It's also, again, another thing that's not available over here yet.
I think it is now.
Is it?
Yeah, it was a couple of days, but now it is, I believe.
Yeah, Stitch in Time. It is on. It is on there. Cool. Maybe we could do a review of that.
Yeah, a review of an old book.
Maybe in a yeah, we could do a book review. We're nerds.
Yeah.
We can review a book.
I've seen books before.
I've listened to a few books.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm listening to one right now.
I was going to make that joke, but I didn't have a book around me.
I don't even know
The best I had, and I was looking at it to wonder if I should do it with a desk calendar. And be like, hello, desk calendar.
It's a book of poetry.
Ugh.
It's one of my partner's poetry books. My partner is a published poet. I have literary connections.
Yeah. Anyway, we need to get away from this news because we're going down a spiral of just shitting on Paramount.
Yeah.
For reasons that they deserve, but we could do it all day.
Paramount, as always, Paramount, sort your shit out.
Yeah. You're bad and you should feel bad.
Yep.
But let's move on to the episode itself. So this is Strange New World, Season 2, Episode 10, the finale. Hegemony. It's gone very quick this year, hasn't it?
Oh, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weird.
But what did you think of this episode?
I somewhat enjoyed this episode. There was some. It does feature my least favorite trope of modern film and TV. For 15, 20 years now, everything's a sequel, everything's a reboot, everything's a prequel, everything's a franchise. But in the past couple of years, there is this And I blame Harry Potter and I blame Twilight for this. And it's but I mean, this is a classic Trek trope, but you know, and I hope this isn't too much of a spoiler. This is half an episode.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's classic. It's classic Trek nonsense. You know, best of both worlds is the iconic example. But at the time, it was a thing that didn't really happen that much, where the episode would end. You know, the series would end in the middle of action, and you would have to wait till the next season to see how it all gets resolved. But in a
I
world
think TNG
where
had like 4 of them, like The Descent.
TNG had a few of them. But like in a world where we've got Dune and Across the Spider-Verse and
Mission Impossible as well this year was...
Mission Impossible. Do they not defeat the AI?
No. Anyway, I thought this episode was pretty good. I thought if it had budget behind it, this has got enough story to be like a movie. You know, when they've talked about previously that they could do Star Trek movies, and you know they've talked about Section 31 and everything like that. This, if it was a feature length, it feels like a movie level story, and you know there's 1 or 2 special effects in there that are towards a movie thing that they do. You know, what one I'm thinking of in particular. But then, you know, parts of it do feel very TV still, where, you know, it's not a spoiler because it's within the first 10 seconds of the episode, where they're on a colony and they're like, and it's styled to look like a town as it would look in maybe 2022 in America.
Styled to look like the town from WandaVision.
Yes.
It's like that town, that set. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the name of the set. Backlot Pickering is where the town was filmed.
Yeah, and it is one street. I can, you know, they've got a drone shot of it now, and it's one street.
It is literally one. It is a square. It is a town square.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just see if we could get.
I tell you, 5,000 people aren't living there.
No.
But yeah, I thought it was a proper good episode, and you know, this is something like 4 in a row that have been decent ones if you like musicals. Some people like them.
I loved it.
So yeah, I good. I don't have much to say other than that in spoilers, because it's. In fact, one thing I'd said last episode was, "Oh, Captain Batal, what's happening there?" And that, you know, again, it's first 10 seconds, but you open on Batal and you're like, something's happening here, unfortunately. And it doesn't necessarily go that way, but yeah, I was right again.
I did, it doesn't go the way we thought, but it definitely goes a direction.
Yep. But shall I do the episode thing so we can actually talk about it? Right, and my apologies because this is slightly a longer one today. Captain Batal is visiting a colony planet with Chapel, who's on her way to Roger Corby, when a Gorn ship arrives and starts to attack them. The Enterprise... I can't bloody talk. The Enterprise arrives to save Batal, to find her ship in pieces, orbiting the planet. The Gorn have sent a message with their border, which where the Gorn side is on the planet, and warn the Federation not to cross it. Pike takes a shuttle with a couple of volunteers on a mission to save Batal and the colony. On the planet, they bump into Scotty, Batal, and some surviving colonists who are hiding from the Gorn. Pike, Batal, and Scotty go to find equipment Scotty used to hide his shuttle from the Gorn, and we find out Batal has been bitten and is going to plan a suicide mission to destroy the Gorn transport inhibitor so the rest of them can escape. At the same time, Uhura and Pelia have developed a plan to knock out the transporter inhibitor by crashing Batal's ship's saucer into it from orbit. Spock goes over to the saucer to set up rockets to crash it when the Gorn attacks him. Lucky for him, Chapel has been stranded on board the saucer and helps him kill the Gorn. The saucer section hits the transport inhibitor, and Spock, Chapel, Pike, Batal, and Scotty are beamed aboard the Enterprise, but the rest of the landing party have been taken by the Gorn. To be continued. I swear I can't read.
That's fine. I tell you what, man. The Alien 3 references. There was. I mean, like, what is it? Like, the Gorn are just the xenomorphs of Star Trek at this point now. That's 2 Gorn episodes that are both heavily inspired by the Alien franchise. We had a couple of really good moments of, like, we saw full Gorn.
First time, of course, because previous
seen...
season it was just like the younglings, they call them.
Yeah, man. And now we've broken canon. It's a good job, but we've already been primed to accept breaking canon this season by explaining time travel who's-he-what's-its.
But it's been a long established theory, I think, that the Gorn, there are different subspecies of Gorn anyway. So, you know, for all we know, this is a different subspecies than the one in TOS, than the one in... Because the one in Enterprise doesn't look like the TOS one or this one.
Looks more like... This one looks more like the Enterprise Gorn than...
Yeah. The Enterprise Gorn is like a midpoint. Like, it doesn't have a tail or anything like that, but it's like a midpoint.
But it also isn't ripped as fuck.
Yeah.
But, like, we got, like, some hanging down, a lot of hanging down Gorn, tails whipping up, very Alien on the Nostromo. And then we got that awesome shot where it's, you know, Gorn all up in Batal's face, like Ripley in Alien 3. And then the Gorn runs off. And the conversation between me and my partner, who'd already seen it, I went, oh, like Alien 3! And they went, yeah, just like Alien 3. And I went, and then on the TV they're like, why did the Gorn run away? And I went, for the same reason the alien left Ripley alone in Alien 3!
Really?
She's got eggs!
Immediately. I pegged that immediately. I was just like, Batal jumping in between them and like, hold on. Why would the Gorn run away? Okay, there we go, yeah. I was
just like Alien 3!
Yeah.
She's got eggs.
I think Batal, like they try and like frame her as like this badass who knows she's gonna die, but is planning a suicide mission to save the rest of everyone else, kind of thing. But also, she's like, I've been bitten a day ago, and it normally takes a day and a half for the Gorns to hatch. And it's like, when were you planning on... Since... I don't know.
Certain an egg started breaking out of Hema pretty quickly.
Yeah, different species.
Different species.
Like Bugley, if you remember Bugley, it was inside Bugley for ages last season. It wasn't a day, it was like a week. But you're just like, and when were you planning on leaving Batal? Because if you're like, oh, this alien's about to burst out of me and kill everyone, you're staying inside this refuge of like colonists, and you're like, no, I'm about to die and it's about to kill everyone. You know, wouldn't you plan on leaving and doing something before that time?
Yeah, wouldn't you walk off? Wouldn't you, like, leave them?
Yeah. I did find it funny at the start of the episode just how, like, tropey it was when we see the Gorn ship break in the clouds and Batal has the classic, my God.
My God.
Classic disaster.
Epic.
Yeah.
Totally. That was an epic shot, though. That's... You know, I think, you know, some budget went on that one shot. Like, that was cool.
Yeah. This is the budget, like, the episode that's got the budget.
Yeah. That's obviously the same shot that we see We see the
Shuttle
shuttle just
crash, yeah.
screaming by, who we later learn was being piloted by Montgomery fucking Scott.
Yeah.
Like when he comes
Great.
out, when he comes out, and he's just like, "Oh, hootney, hootney, bootney, hootney."
Yeah.
I was just like,
It's a fair accent. I don't think it's a bad accent.
"It's a Scottish man."
Yeah, yeah.
It's an the actor
But-
is actually Scottish.
But
So,
it's how close do you want to have a Scotty Montgomery Scott accent or a Scottish
no,
accent?
hold up. I've got some information about the actor. So like, do you know the story of the Scottish accent? James Doohan's Scottish accent. The reason why,
yeah.
the reason why it's so bad is because James Doohan, he served in Scotland in World War II, and when he got the role to play the engineer in Star Trek, he tried a bunch of different accents. Accents was his thing. He was a voice actor. And he decided he wanted to do a Scottish accent because all the best engineers are Scottish. And he based his accent on a Scottish man that he served with who was from Aberdeen. And Aberdeen is probably one of the harder, understandable Scottish accents to do. Because it's a really specific accent. And so, like, it's, considering he's trying to do an Aberdeen accent, James Doohan isn't doing that bad a job. It's still bad.
Yeah.
It's still terrible. But at the time, like, the Scots didn't...
On TV in the 60s as well, no accent was good.
No accent was good, but, like, there were also, like, no Scottish people on TV.
Yeah.
So, like, Scotland, overall, they say, oh, yeah, no, it was a terrible accent. But we love Scotty. Scotty's great. I just, the pub I've just finished working at, the chef was Scottish. And his favourite is Scotty. Scotty's the best. Then you've got fucking Simon Pegg, and they hated him. The Scots hated him. They hated his accent.
I didn't think it was great. It's... Yeah.
It sounds like someone doing a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
And so, how do we get someone to do a good Scottish accent? Let's get a Scot.
Yeah.
Let's get a Scot. So the guy playing...
It's infinitely better than Jimmy Doohan's son played Scotty in Star Trek Continues, I think. And that was not a good accent,
No, that
apparently voices aren't inherited,
No. Martin Quinn, he's called. And I've got a feeling he's probably gonna be in Star Trek Strange New Worlds from now on.
Yeah.
Since
he might not be the chief engineer because he's lieutenant junior grade. He might be under Pellier for a while. Or we could get rid of Pellier.
Lucky guy. He's gonna, he's got to go from lieutenant junior grade to bloody full commander in a fairly short time. So presumably, he's gonna be promoted the fuck out of. What's he got? He's done a lot of voice work. He's in Diablo. He's in the new Diablo film. He was in Derry Girls.
Okay.
He was in Scott Squad.
Real high budget stuff there.
Yeah, man. He was in Limmy's Show.
Okay, cool.
Many years ago.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So yeah, good for him, man. He's playing a Scottish legacy.
I do like as well that Scotty's introduced, and he's obviously not Scotty yet. But he's certainly not an idiot. He jury rigs a device to imitate a Gorn transceiver. he jerry rigs a device that is to capture Gorn. Pelly is like, oh, one of my best students, but shite at tests.
Yeah.
So he's treated like someone who's still intelligent.
He's a fucking genius. Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott. That's Scotty's thing. He's a fucking genius. He's just, he's obviously at a stage in his career where he hasn't necessarily had the opportunity to shine.
Yeah.
He seems somewhat timid. In this episode, whereas the Scotty that we all know and love is a bit more bolshy.
Well, the Scotty that we know and love has discovered whiskey. This guy doesn't have any whiskey in his system.
I mean, he doesn't have any whiskey in his system right now.
Yet.
But he is Scottish.
Yeah.
He's probably got something somewhere. I mean, if he's Scottish, he probably won't drink whiskey if he's out in space because it won't be Scotch.
Well, Scotty drinks Scotch whiskey.
Yeah, he brings it.
Yeah. He
he
bring
drank
it.
green that time. He drank green that time. That wasn't whiskey. That was green.
That was whiskey. That was Aldebaran whiskey.
Was it?
Yes.
I thought he said it was green.
He doesn't know the name of it, but then when it reappears in the same bottle in TNG, Data serves it to him, I think.
Aldebaran
whiskey. Yeah.
Aldebaran whiskey. Who do you think gave it to her?
Yeah. Yeah. So big fan of that, if nothing else, because it's a higher chance to get rid of Pelia. I've seen people, Brandon on the group saying, hated that Scotty was introduced because it's starting to feel more like a TOS show than a Strange New World show.
That's fine.
But I think that's just because we've had so much Kirk this year. If we had no episodes with Kirk and then we had Scotty, fine. We've been so heavy on Kirk and light on Pike.
I want Sulu next. I want Sulu next. I want Sulu to be like, and we could get him because because of what happens at the end of the episode, they need a pilot. But I could see Sulu being introduced as a member of the science team.
Yeah.
And just being like, I wanted to be a pilot, but my parents made me study science.
Study plants. All I want, if we introduce, I can be fine not introducing anyone else from TOS, probably, at least for a good while. But I do want Gary Mitchell at some point. The next Kirk episode, because I keep saying that we keep hearing in Where No Man's Gone Before, the first proper TOS episode. Me and my best friend Gary Mitchell. Kirk's all like, my best friend. And then when he goes mad and, dies, it's like, oh, my best friend. But we as an audience don't give a fuck because we just met the guy like 15 minutes ago. And it's just like, don't give a fuck about this guy.
Yeah, man. I don't care about this dude with weird silver eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what he does. Where if you had like a Strange New Worlds episode and cause Kirk will be back because they like this Kirk, have him come over with Gary Mitchell, his mate.
This is my friend Gary.
This is Gary. Come on, Gaz. Yeah.
Just have him in the background. I'm just out here with Gary. Gary, say hi.
Hello.
I'm Gary Mitchell. I'm gonna live forever.
Yeah. Look at my beautiful blue eyes. They're my best feature. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the only character from TOS I want now, really.
I mean, what? No Bones?
Well, unless Bones is doing because we know Dax whichever version of Dax, met Bones in a gymnastics competition and Bones tried to fuck her. Unless Bones is judging gymnastics competitions, I can be very happy not seeing Bones. I think it'll be interesting
How old?
Well, he's the oldest. Well, other than Spock.
How old is Bones in TOS? How old is Bones? Fuck off.
Well, she's supposed to be 30, yeah.
38.
Yeah.
Fuck off, 38. That man's 50 if he's a day. But you can get someone maybe a 38-year-old now.
Yeah. But I think it'll be.
He'll be like, I'm 30. I'm a 30-year-old man. We age different in Tennessee.
He probably smoked like 1 million packets a day. Did DeForest Kelly. But yeah, I think Kirk should probably be bringing, when he gets promoted, he should probably get a choice of some of his staff. And that's where he brings some of his people over from the Farragut or whatever, rather than them all already being on the Enterprise. So yeah, I can do without Scotty being brought across.
Wait, let me just check Memory Alpha. I know we're talking about Scotty.
Not Scotty, yeah, Bones, yeah.
We're talking about Scotty, but like...
So Scotty, I know, he says in Relics, I think, that he served on like a dozen freighters before the Enterprise. But he's like, no, this was my ship. Yeah. The first ship I was chief engineer on. You could feel the deck plates hum.
Okay, Memory Alpha says that he joined the U.S. Enterprise for the 5-year mission after serving on like medical aid hospital stations.
Okay.
So maybe we won't see Bones for a bit, or maybe they can fuck with the canon. We can do that now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Bones would be cool. I love Bones.
They keep me together.
Yeah, man.
I like the way they provide support, anchorage, and movement to me.
Yes. I like bones. I like guts. I like blood. And there was a lot of blood in this episode. Real fake-looking blood, I must say.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the episode. So I've got a note here. So the Enterprise rocks up to the planet.
Yeah. Whatever it's called.
And there is a field. There's a field blocking their communications, their transporter, and their scanners. But outside messages can get in. So I named it the Deus Ex Machina Ray.
Yeah.
It is, of course, only a Deus Ex Machina for the Gorn.
Yeah. I think you can no prize that because everywhere they're trying to communicate to is much closer to the planet. So the Kyoga, or whatever it's called, the ship that's half destroyed, and the actual planet is on the Gorn side of the line, which the Gorn should have maybe told us beforehand. But yeah.
It was new. We just put it up. That's why we sent you the message.
Yeah. I think that was a bit of a...
We've done this.
It was a bit of a plot contrivance, because it's like when there were 5 Gorn ships on the opposite side of the line just staring at the Enterprise, they should just go, oh, we're going to take the Enterprise as well. You know? Because otherwise it's...
We're
I suppose
of Federation space anyway.
Yeah.
They can just say, yeah, they were on our side of the line. No, they were. Yeah. Yes, they were.
It hints towards maybe the Gorn being, you know... We know they're protective of their spaces, but also like moral, where they're not going to go, and that's our space as well, and that's our space, and that's our space, and that's our space. You know, they're very like, no, this was our space. You know, you sit over there next to the moon, and we'll sit over here, fucking up your guys on the planet.
All right, we would like to check out the wreckage of that ship of ours that you blew up. Oh no, 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 no. You see, because that is on my side of the line.
Yeah.
As you can see here, there is a chalk outline going down across the middle of the apartment, and as you can see, the wreckage of your girlfriend's ship is on my couch.
It's in here.
Yeah. But the Enterprise has the fridge, so
It did. One good thing about we always say Star Trek has always had like a you're the only ship in the quadrant sort of. Every
yeah.
single Enterprise is the only ship anywhere, but it makes a lot more sense in the TOS days than it does in TMP or when they're around Earth or anything like that. When they're at the edge of Federation space and they're like, oh, you only met up with the Kyogre last week to drop Chapel off. You're not that far away. Go and get to them. And there's no other ships around. That makes sense to me so that they don't have backup as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, imagine it would take a lot of tension out of it if 6 Enterprises arrived or 6 Constitution class ships arrived to face off against the Gorn.
Yeah.
So you got to keep that tension there.
Yeah, there was a moment last week when they were like, oh my god, the field is now affecting almost every ship in the fleet, and it's like 12 ships.
Yeah. That's kind of what it was in TOS days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going down to the planet. Well, they're getting ready to go down to the planet. And everyone's like, I really hope Chapel's not dead. And they're like, yeah, no, me either. I really hope Chapel's not dead. And Una chimes in with, I don't want to speak for the rest of the crew, but I also think our friends are not dead.
Yeah. And you're like,
thanks.
What? Yeah.
Thanks, Una. Thanks for your input there, mate.
They needed something for her to say this episode, really.
There were a couple moments where it was just like, and you got your line, and you got your line.
I'm Ortegas and I fly the ship.
Yeah, man.
That sort of thing.
I am Erko Ortegas and I fly the ship. 3 episodes later, I am Ortegas and this is where I fly the ship. And then in this episode, hey Ortegas, you wouldn't by any chance want to fly a ship, would you?
Yeah.
I love ship.
I thought it was smart, the repeated references to zombie films, like when they dress the shuttle up as a piece of garbage. And then later on, then there's the bit where they're talking to Spock and saying, just like in zombie films where you dress up like a zombie and they don't feel you. It's like, I'll put it on my list to watch. And then later when Batar's got a bite on her, it's very like... it's very zombie film.
Yeah, very much. Oh my god, is that what alien movies are? No. Yeah. That whole scene where they're like putting the plan together, I thought was interesting. You've got like, they're talking, they're like, we need to go down to the planet. Fucking Sam Kirk comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, just interrupts a meeting. He's just like,
like, hey, remember the last time we fought the Gorn and I turned into a snivelly little coward?
Yeah.
Well, I want to go back down. I want to go back and do it again.
I want to go again.
Yeah. Nah, mate, we're good.
Yeah.
And then Pike pulls out special weapons.
Yeah.
Why are these a thing?
Well, because it's like Alien to Aliens in that last time they were dealing with one Gorn, one youngling, and it was too powerful for them, like Alien. And then this time they're willingly going to a planet full of them. And you've got to scale down the enemy or scale up yourself because otherwise it's completely unreasonable. So it's like, and now you've got all these weapons that will like help you easily defeat them. And I love as well
Nitrogen
how
bombs?
yeah, that will kill a gun. That'll kill everyone. And yeah, okay, great setup.
It'll
I'm
also
sure we
kill
will.
a T-1000.
Yeah,
It'll kill like a hot science technician in Jason X.
yeah.
It'll kill a Bond villain. But you'll never see it. Do they even use it in the episode?
No, it's going to be something I think that is, you know, at the start of any continuing episodes where it's like previously on Star Trek, and it's going to be like, these nitrogen grenades.
Grenade.
They'll not only kill a gun, they'll kill a human as well. Okay, we better be careful with them. And then later on in the episode, someone's going to be holding a grenade like the end of I Am Legend and be like, come on, get me, Gorn. Bang.
Yep.
Frozen.
Hell
Yeah, well. Yeah.
But like what about how about you know, we're talking zombie films. What about a shotgun?
Yeah, they don't really have shotguns. Star
feel
Trek
like a
only brought in
shotgun would be-
grenades in Enterprise. You know, it took them that many years to have grenades, I think.
I feel like a shotgun would be a really good choice in
Yeah.
this scenario.
It made me laugh as well how, like, you know, Pike obviously says up top, he's like, when he's still emotional about Batar, whatever, and he's talking to April, he's like, they're monsters, you know, some things are just monsters and, you know, you have to kill them. And then we go down to the planet and then they just keep shooting this child again, this Gorn child, like last season.
The younglings.
Yeah.
It's a youngling.
Yeah.
Man, where's Anakin Skywalker when you need him, eh? And then they
But
just
like
start,
last season had so many
then they go down to the planet and they're just
killing
killing younglings.
Yeah. So yeah, we're back to the season 1 killing of children as much as possible. And then after that scene, he's like, "Oh no, they're acting differently. Maybe the Gorn can be reasoned with." And it's like, you just killed
Based on what?
one of their children.
Based on what? I didn't get the logic there.
So normally, apparently, the Gorn, when they're feral little children, they fight against each other. But they saw them working as like a pack. So they're like, oh, this is different. And if this is something different about the Gorn, that means we don't know everything about the Gorn, which means maybe we can reason with them.
Maybe those are all from different litters. Maybe they all kill their brothers and sisters and then they walk out and they're like, did you just eat all of your brothers and sisters? And he's like, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. He's
Yeah.
like, me too, bruh. They're like, pound it. Like,
Otherwise, it would be a pretty poor plan for them to have breeding planets. Like a whole planet for breeding and then one Gorn comes out of it after fighting the rest of them.
yeah.
But yeah, it's fine enough.
I like how they haven't listened to any of your warnings about the what have I got them written down as? Ah, yes, the headshot indicator lights.
Yeah, I did think that in the episode. And then they sneak into the barber shop and Pike's like, turn off the lights. And it's like, you didn't think about that when you were sneaking up on one to kill it. You know,
Sam
idiots.
Kirk did. Sam Kirk's weren't even on. Sam Kirk's like, I'm not turning these fucking things on.
Yeah.
I'm a scientist. I know exactly. What the fuck's gonna happen here.
Especially for a species that's triggered by light and that communicates by light. You're just wandering in with like torches on either side of your fucking head. So stupid.
I do like that like crazy look that Ortega's gets when she's like flying the shuttle. It's been a while since she's flown a shuttle, and she's like nails it, absolutely nails it, and she's just got this like
Yay.
Like, this is fucking great. Like,
Yeah.
awesome.
Kind of takes a bit away from Pike where he's like gripping the chair and stuff like that. He's like, and they even say in the episode, weren't you a test pilot? And he's like, not like this.
Yeah, not like this. I was a good pilot. You're a fucking loon.
Yeah.
Like,
But then, yeah, back on the Enterprise. It's kind of like First Contact in that there's two groups that can't communicate with each other and that don't know what the actual plan is on either side. So
yeah.
both groups are like, we need to blow up this thing. And I was like, I hopefully, like, if they're planning on dropping a saucer section on this tower, Pike isn't gonna like go and try and assault it like on the ground, because that would be a terrible timing plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, Uhura and Pelia work out the source of the signal, and
Uhura figures it out. Uhura figures out that there's a problem, and she goes straight to Pelia, who is busy, and she's like, I need an engineer.
Yeah.
I need an engineer.
I need Hema. Damn it.
I need an engineer. And Pelia's like, well, I'm busy. And I'm just like, if only there were
A young Scottish
engineer. Well, no, if only there were an engineering department. If only there was, like, more engineers.
Yeah.
It seems like there is one. On a
Yeah.
ship of like, 200 people, there is one
400,
engineer.
500, yeah.
500 people, there's one engineer, there's one communications person, there's one xenobiologist, there's one weapons, there's one tiny little weapons lady, there's one of everything. What else do they have?
Yeah, the rest of them are just like getting free rides everywhere, really.
Well, I mean, presumably they have one person doing every job. So, like, they have one computers.
Yeah.
They have one barista. They have one...
There's just one guy cleaning off the ladder rungs in the Jeffries tubes.
just
That's his whole job.
Yeah, man. He's like, I am the best.
Yeah. When Ortegas was singing about flying the ship, he was like, and I clean the ladders.
You've never seen a ladder so clean.
Yeah.
But totally respectable job.
Yes. But they decide to crash this saucer section anyway, and Spock's like, it needs to be me. And that's where I was like, I don't understand why it needs to be Spock. At all.
Based on what? Why is it can only be me?
Yeah.
I'm
I
a
have
Vulcan.
no idea.
I don't lie.
They seem to imply like you need superhuman, I don't know, positioning of rockets. I don't get it.
No one can propel themselves at a object through space like a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Or a woman raised on Vulcan. He wasn't whooping like Michael though.
No. And it was a very like, compared to all the Discovery like space jumps and whatever and the Kelvin ones, it was a very restrained one where he's just flying over there. It was more the motion picture where he flies through the vagina or the anus.
Yeah. The giant space anus, which was him.
Yeah.
But I mean that whole sequence felt kind of silly because like the whole time we're just like, we know Chapel doesn't die.
Yeah.
We know Chapel's not dead. We know Chapel's not dead.
It does lose something narratively when some characters are immortal. Whereas the Kelvin movies, because it was a different universe, those characters weren't necessarily immortal. Unfortunately, Chekhov wasn't. Wow, sad times. But yeah, it would have been, you kind of lose that being in the same universe, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It
was
it
interesting.
did feel like that whole bit felt very again first contact where they have to change or release the deflector dish whatever,
Yeah, a little
that
bit.
spacewalk, because it's very
Yeah.
slow and plodding and Spock's going over and beyond setting stuff up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh, and that's what, obviously when we see the fully grown Gorn in
Yeah.
fucking cool ass space outfit. What did you think of the fully grown Gorn in the sick fucking space outfit?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And like, it's so rare you see a non-humanoid species' space outfit because
Yeah.
designers are like, oh shit, that's something we actually have to design. Whereas,
Yeah.
any other species, Andorians, don't have ones with antennas on or anything like that. It's just put them in a normal fucking spacesuit because we're lazy
Yeah.
designers. But
Flop
this
their
felt
ears
like
down.
actual design. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you
Yeah, they've
say, a
got
bit
like,
more
a
alien.
long mask,
Yeah, it is. It is. Again, this year has involved a lot of people just dying or nearly dying by exposure to space. So earlier this season, Chapel and Mbenga. Then in Picard, whatever the changeling's name was, Honey Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was someone else.
There was the in Uhura's dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone got sucked out there. And the guy who blew up the or tried to blow up the nacelle.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a season of being exposed to space, or a year of being exposed to space and dying that way.
Mm-hmm. And then the Gorn got it. Little gets his face plate bashed in.
Yeah,
That was kind of cool and gruesome. He's like, fucking, I'll kill you, you sons of bitches.
I was wondering
Kind
as
of
well.
badass. A slow death.
Yeah,
We watched his slow death.
yeah, but they're lizards, so who cares?
Yeah.
But it
What is this, Star Wars? We can't be just because they're
Killing
mostly
animals.
animal people.
Yeah, it's fine. But it definitely feels like a change from like Discovery or whatever, where they're outside of a ship and they're moving quickly. They're moving like whatever. Where Spock is in the hollowed out ship, which great special effects when you see all the decks cut open. That's fantastic. But everyone's moving slowly. So that fight is like very. And I'm wondering if they did that to make the Gorn look slower, like he did in TOS. To try and be like, Gorns are slightly slow.
I think they just did that to make it look like it's in space,
Yeah.
but like they don't need to. Like that footage had clearly been slowed down,
Yeah.
but like that was one of two moments where I'm like, that's kind of not right.
But it is right. In like First Contact, everyone's moving like that when they do the spacewalk. But then it's not right to current how Trek now does spacewalks, where like Michael on the clip of season 5 of Discovery is just surfing on a ship, just like, wah! There's no like,
I mean,
whoa.
but like that's not really how it works, is it? Like you can still move.
You can move it like as fast or faster than you can on Earth, but you can't slow down once you've started moving. Is the issue because you can't really resist.
And like that's the thing when they do eventually fling the ship out towards the planet and they jump out the top, they jump out and the saucer section keeps going, and I'm like, that's not how that works. You would still be going. You would just be here, and so you'd still be going at the same speed. But whatever.
Presumably, I can't remember if Spock still had his like jetpack thing on that he used to get over to the ship in the first place.
He still had it on, but it wasn't doing anything.
Wow. no prize. It was doing something, but very slowly, so it was indiscernible to our human eyes.
Whatever.
But that I thought was, again, special effects wise, the Gorn this week, fantastic. The breakup of the Cayuga and the decks, fantastic. The seeing the crashing down of the saucer section on the tower, it's very quick, but that is amazing, that really. And something that feels movie level special effects, or something they do in a movie where they wouldn't do in a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice the Gorn transporter during the episode, or like
I didn't.
Was it
I
only...
didn't notice it at first. I didn't
Really?
notice it. No, I didn't.
I was
notice.
like, oh, that was a green transport, and then when they arrived on the Enterprise, I was like, oh, it's yellow again. Maybe it was just like a production mistake. I was like, oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Oh man.
Yeah. So they're all getting eggs.
Yeah. Presumably they're going to save Batal and work out how to unegg people. Mm-hmm. Or she'll die, but then they'll get from that a way to unegg people and unegg the captured people.
Yeah.
I mean, we know Umbenga's there who can't die. Who else is there who can't die? Ortegas can die. La'an can die. Is it just Umbenga that has to survive?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
None of the locals have to survive.
Yeah, kill them all.
Oh man, I sound like a Gorn.
Yeah. Let's rip that face mask off you and you'll be a lizard person. There we go. Dun dun dun.
No man, they only do shape-shifting lizard people in Secret Invasion these days. And of course,
Real life.
the government.
Yeah. Yeah, did I have anything else on this episode? The only other thing I had on this episode was when Pike, when they were Gorn approaching and they had the Gorn scanners like aliens as well. And Pike was like, barbershop, now! In my head, I made the joke of like, no, the singing episode was last week.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
And Benga being like at the end, like, no, no. Very, very baritone.
Yep. Suddenly. Where were you last week?
Yeah.
The only other note that I've got is, because Chapel's, the uniform that Chapel's wearing like a standard uniform, but with white and the white undershirt and the field jacket, which is so sweet.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we've seen her in before. And then we see her like with the jacket and the shirt off, but with the tank top.
Yeah.
Like she's wearing a tank top underneath. Are they all wearing tank tops underneath?
By Voyager, they certainly are. They're all wearing that purplish tank top.
And I'm like, this changes everything. This changes everything.
If you want a good, if you want a good article, I might try and find it, of someone going insane, like working out uniforms. There's an episode of Voyager where they crash on a planet, like it's Tom Paris, Tuvok, and there's a woman there, like a native species woman. And like throughout the episode, Tuvok starts off in a long sleeve purple undershirt, and then he ends up in a short sleeve that is like, it's not ripped, it's cut, and he ends up in a tank top that is a tank top, and it's like this person writing the article is going insane trying to work out what's happening with Tuvok's undershirt.
Well, that was at the time of of Star Trek wanting non-visible fastenings. Like there's the episode with
but it's got fucking seams on the tank top. It's ridiculous.
Seams are different.
Yeah.
There's an episode where like you see Ro Laren take her jacket off, and she's also wearing a tank top underneath. and she literally just like pulls it apart. She just pulls the uniform apart, and it's done by just like, you know, undoing a thread, and she just goes like that.
Yeah.
So like they were all about non-visible fastenings. But yeah, so like
Still funny.
and I mean like Ethan Peck wearing a tank top underneath that shirt that looks like it's molded, like he looks
Sculpted
like he's poured
onto him.
into it. Like it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. He's got such a fucking thick ass. Even when he's in a fucking spacesuit, when he turns around, his butt sticks out so much. It's just like, and now he's wearing a tank top. And like,
You're just very excited.
it's crazy. They're all wearing tank tops underneath. Like crew neck tank tops, like Battlestar Galactica.
What's under Una's shirt when she rips it over in the Horny for Light episode?
You just see
Is
black.
that a tank top?
So presumably it's a tank top.
Yeah. Okay.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Now when I rewatch it, I'm just going to be like, you know, they're all wearing tank tops under there.
They're all wearing tank tops.
Crew neck thing. I like that look. I'm into that look. It's one of the reasons I'm excited to rewatch Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. I would watch it if it didn't make me ill. Bloody Battlestar. Yeah, then I don't have anything else on the episode. Do you have anything else?
No, man.
Okay.
What weird season, eh?
Well, a real like flat season I thought at the start, but then this second half of it has been like so many different genres and you know, mostly like pretty good. Even the episode that I don't like the sing-song episode, people do like, and that's good. So yeah.
Once we got some Vulcan hijinks.
Yeah.
Once
we got up to that
hijinks,
comedy,
we were smooth sailing.
and you know, hopefully because of the writer's strike and whatever, by the time they film next season, Anson Mount's child will be off to college, so he will have no excuse on not appearing in the season. Yeah, because it has felt like we've missed him this year. And like this episode, we get a fair chunk of him, and it is worth it, really. Yeah.
A fair chunk of bike.
A fair chunk of him.
Love a fair chunk.
Oh yeah. But if that's all we've got, possibly, then it's you know, fantastic to have everyone on board for this season of Strange New Worlds. Those who've watched. Ethan might not be here for Lower Decks.
No, I'm not, because do you know what? And I've kept this a secret, right? But I figured for the last episode, I'll just fucking say it because my partner is also infected with alien eggs.
Yeah.
My partner is also about to spawn a brood of lizard babies.
And they'll have a chest buster.
Yeah, man, we've got a chest burster on the way. We've got a little baby on the way. And it was cool because this week we had Scotty, and if the baby's a boy, the middle name is going to be Montgomery. So
very cool.
yeah. So like probably by the time Lower Decks comes out, I'll have a relatively free schedule.
Okay,
but
cool.
the next few weeks, like literally, the fact that they dropped 2 episodes in 1 week,
it did save us.
Kind of did, because like we reckon this baby's gonna like we've got like on paper we've got a little under 4 weeks, but no one really believes it. So we've maybe got a couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna be a fucking dad. I'm gonna be a daddy-o. I'm gonna be. I'm hoping to be not as bad a dad as Sarek or Riker's dad, or Worf.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be something more along the lines of Rom and Cisco.
Cisco. Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so I've got a
You're
little
planning to
fucking...
jump into a fire rather than look after your kid.
Yeah, man. No, I'll jump into a fire to impress my child.
Okay, yeah.
I'll jump into a fire to impress anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really wanted to, like, when the Nebula gave birth to a cloud of baby Cthulhu's in Picard. I really wanted to say the joke of, like, and I've got a little cloud of baby Cthulhu's on the way myself, so I know how that Nebula feels.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Let's hope we don't lose yours to a nebula. We
no.
don't.
No,
Yeah.
If my child gets lost to a nebula and they say, yeah, no, I'm happy, I promise I will investigate further.
Yeah. Hopefully no one plugs your child into a Sky City as a battery.
No, man. I think we're a little way off from that. And because that episode, in my opinion, is a metaphor for gun control in the United States, we're definitely not going to the US.
No.
So yeah. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So, congratulations again, and, share your congrats to Ethan in doobly-doos or any of the links to him,
and
his Twitter and whatever.
We've got more subscribers now. We're getting a lot more listens now. Comment more and stuff.
Tell us what you want us to do.
Comment. Tell us what you want us to do. We could probably, now that this season's over, we're not stuck to a Thursday schedule. We could probably
for 4 weeks and then Lower Decks is out, mate.
4 weeks, maybe in the next couple of weeks, maybe we do a Stitch in Time review if we could both get it listened to.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Could possibly.
That might be cool.
I don't know, man. You're gonna have a fresh Gorn baby to deal with.
Yeah, man.
It might be sensible to take the time dealing with the Gorn.
Hey, nah, man. Maybe
little Gorn Montgomery.
Yeah, we could do the podcast with the baby. I saw there's a guy on TikTok who has been doing a regular podcast with his child for the past few years, and she hasn't turned out insufferable at all.
Okay.
She doesn't seem like a nightmare, even the slightest.
Yeah. Has to be an exception to break the rule. At least one.
She seems like a bit of a fucking handful, I'll be honest.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, other than that, as you say, like, subscribe, tell a friend, do whatever. Everything
TikTok,
that normal, proper
Threads,
people do.
Instagram. I think we should delete the X. I don't think we should have anything to do with it.
No. Well, I haven't posted on there for the last couple of weeks. I haven't posted on since it's become
man,
X.
we don't want to be sharing our podcast on a platform for Nazis.
No. Yeah.
We want to be sharing it on Mumsnet. Mumsnet, where I'm about to make so many friends.
Yeah, that's the only reason you've decided to have a child, is to get into the Mumsnet crowd.
I just want to hang out with, like, nice people who want to fucking complain about their partners.
Yeah. And, why don't I get absolutely priority treatment because I had a child 10 years ago? It's like, what are you talking about? There should be a queue for mothers, and we go first in shops and stuff like that, and you're like, what the fuck are you on about, Mumsnet?
Oh, honestly, 15 years working in the hospitality industry, I think has prepared me more for parenthood than anything else.
Yeah.
Because I have got, like, prime examples of how not to behave in public.
Yeah. And, dealing with people who have the mindset of fucking children. Yeah. But anyway,
That's
yeah, well, yeah. Then it's just time for us to say,
fucking
what's my line?
live long and prosper, you motherfuckers.
And peace and long life, double dumbasses.
Yeah, man.